Hey guys, it's Philip with Trade Genius, and I wanted to go over the swing trade that we took on January 17th. Swing signal went out, pound dollar, and kind of wanted to give you guys a little bit of context of what we were looking at. When our swing signals fire, okay, we're looking generally there's some kind of channel that's been holding a range for whether it's a down channel or a horizontal channel or an up channel. And what we're doing is we're looking for a move relative to the previous range of movement that's been going on in that channel. And so when the channel gets violated, and I stuck this trend line in here to kind of give you an idea of what I'm talking about for a channel. And copy this and make a channel here more or less. So you kind of see the channel there. So this popped out of the channel. So that's when we that and a few other things that I track will come together to signal, okay, it's time to take a move, including time of day and when it signals, and that affects what expiration we're taking. So 2280 was the highest expiration I could get because every other expiration on 3 p.m. or 7 p.m. had been run over. They didn't make the ladders big enough. And we're going to get to that in a second. This move was because Theresa May, the Prime Minister of Britain, was speaking to the point of how they were going to handle the Brexit, Article 50, how they were going to handle leaving the EU, and really what really sent this into the stratosphere was she said that they were going to put it to vote to Parliament. So it's still Brexit. They're still leaving, and that's what sold off the pound for 50 cents. So the consensus out there is that this just had clarified that there was a plan, and it removed a lot of doubt or wonder of how Britain was going to depart from the EU. Okay, so they said they were going to do it in stages and negotiate certain trade agreements or trade unions, things like that. So that was the reason for the move. But you notice this blew past the very top strike on an 11 p.m. expiration. We normally don't take them that far out. I thought this move here, I thought was overdone. Thought it was overstretched, and a lot of times what happens is you'll get a knee-jerk reaction off of some news and then collapse back into the channel, and you're usually good, or you can take profit. This strike I was okay with because you can see we had some support here and resistance in this area, so I was okay with that strike level, considering where we were in the extremity of the move and where we came from. This is about 240 pips or so of a move, and it's just a lot to cover in that amount of time, especially when it starts to go parabolic like this. That's usually when you usually see a knee-jerk and collapse. Okay, this didn't though. This stayed up. Now going back to the market makers, and they're the smartest guys in the room. They're the guys making the market. Their job is to make sure that there's premium where there's price or around price, and the more volatility, the farther away price gets. Like this is our strike. If it's very volatile, you might get premium on higher strikes, like way up here, right? If it's super volatile. On a quiet day, you might barely get a strike 20 at the next strike up on the dailies, which they're 20 pip separation. You might barely have any premium on the next one up just because there's no movement. But these guys didn't even have any of this area. They didn't have the ladders big enough. I don't think any of them thought that because of what she was going to say, Theresa May, the Prime Minister of UK, I don't think any of them obviously didn't have any of this price action priced in. Okay, so these guys have algos. They're tied into the news. They have the inside track on information. So the fact that kind of goes to show you that this move was unexpected in its magnitude. So just want to put that into perspective so you guys understand what happened and how it got ran over. Normally our swing signals don't get run over like that, but that's why they call it trading and not collecting money, right? Because we don't know what's going to happen, but we take based on the information that we have a positive expectancy for the setup. But this one was just overdone, and it stayed overdone. The general thought is this is going to roll over. It's still pound negative for the Brexit, This just cleared up some uncertainties about how it was going to be handled. I think a lot of what we're seeing too is just the high frequency and the algo stuff is just really exasperating moves more, and I think is getting more and more exasperated. Even on Trump's his first press conference, we all saw that, right? So press conferences are going to be looked at a little more. There has to be just a little bit more defensiveness if they are talking like that, because the second week in a row we've seen a press conference do that. Okay, so that's just some thoughts on that trade. Well, obviously wasn't a winner. This was our vertical line was our expiration. Did come back down, but just not nearly enough time. And it may come back down into this channel, and it may continue to come back down. And this was just a blow-off move that just is not going to get sustained. We won't know, and we'll have to monitor that and see. We got some other swings setting up for the trade date of January 18th that we'll be looking at, and I will tweet those out as necessary. But stay defensive out there. It is volatile right now, and I do recommend keeping the size down until things seem to settle down, and we'll discuss that. But right now, volatility is an issue, and the best thing to do in those environments is just to keep the size in check so that you're not putting out your full lot and in an environment where the signals might get taken out or have a higher likelihood of being taken out. Okay, so and we'll be looking, and we may not put out as many trades, just depending, because we want to expose you to the least amount of risk. Okay, so just wanted to cover those points. Sorry for going on a little long on this one, but I thought it was good to get the context of what happened today. All right, guys, take care, stay safe, and happy trading. Until next time, bye bye.